Saxon Math 7-6, Lesson 96. We're continuing our exploration of fractions, decimals, and percents, and this time we're taking mixed numbers and we are showing them as percents. John has two methods for doing that. I greatly favor the first method, so let me show you that. If you do look in the book and you see a bunch of stuff you don't understand for this lesson, don't worry about it. That's the second method, and I think it's confusing, and I don't want you to waste your brain worrying about that. We're supposed to write the number 2 1/4 as a percent. What we're going to do is we're going to think about the whole number and the fraction separately, okay? We know how to do this. We know how to turn a fraction into a percent. There's two approaches. If you can think of a way to take the denominator and turn it into 100 easily through multiplication, then you go ahead and do that. If not, you remember that this sign says divided by, and you do 1 divided by 4. Hi, Grace. Grace is excited about this lesson. She's come over to be petted. All right, well, I can see that I can do it the easy way, which is the multiplying way, rather than the division way. I know that 4 times 25 will give me that 100 I'm looking for. And so I multiply the top as well. And I can see that this 1/4 is going to equal 25%, right? Oh, she's singing to me. What is it, Susan? What is it? You need your ear petted? You need attention? I know. Okay? Good. Good girl. Okay, so we've got the fraction part. Now let's deal with the whole number. Now, here's what I want you to remember. Every one of a whole number is equal to 100 over 100, right? Because a fraction where the top and the bottom are the same are equal to 1. And so that is equal to 100%. So every whole number that we have is equal to 100%. If we have 2 of them, then that's 200%. If we had 5 of them, it would be 500%. If we had 50 of them, it would be 5,000 or 5,000. Okay, so every whole number is equal to 100%, and we can calculate them that way. So now, I can see that my number together, the 2 represents 200%, the 1/4 represents 25%, so when I put them back together, my final answer is 225%. Okay? Now let's try, there's only one other example in this lesson, and it is write 2 1/6 as a percent. Okay, we're going to do it the same way. I like to deal with the fraction first because that's usually more work. Let's get it out of the way. Okay, we know there's 2 ways to convert a fraction to a percent. The first one is to look and see if there's something simple we can multiply times the denominator to get 100. 6, there's no easy answer to get 6 into 100. Dang it. So, you know what that means, you guys? That means we have to do it the division way. So we remember that this sign says divided by. There's the little talking bubble. So 1 divided by 6 is how we're going to get the percent. I put a decimal in. 6 into 1, no va, doesn't go. 6 into 10 equals once, right? 6 times 1 is 6. We subtract, we get 4. We bring down another 0. Remember, once we get that decimal in place, we can bring down zeros all day long. It's fine. All right, 6 into 40. Well, that goes 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. We subtract, we get 4. Wait, 40. 6 times 6, 36. Uh-oh, groundhog. So this is a repeating number. We can write it as 16666, or we can scoot. Remember, we're going to write this as, this decimal number, we're going to write as a percent. And so what we can do is take this, much of it, I'm going to round that, and I'm going to write this is 16.7%. Remember, we moved the decimal place twice. This is the 100ths place. That's why we remember exactly how far to move it. So this becomes 16, I'm rounding it to 16.7. It's really 16.6666666666666, repeat it. Right? And then this part is just the same as we figured out last time. Every 1 equals 100%. So this is 200%. And then we'll put these together to make 216.7%. Okay? John writes it, you guys, I don't really feel good about the way he writes it. He writes it as 216 2/3%. The way he got the 2/3 is he took this 4 that we kept getting and he put it over the 6. That's how he got the 2/3. I like our way better. I think decimals and percentages, this, our way, I think this makes a whole lot more sense than this. We don't usually see fractions and percentages in the math world. So also this, we created a mixed number. You know how I feel about mixed numbers. So this is what I consider to be the correct formatting. This isn't wrong, but it's more confusing. All right. So just go ahead and do your division. Round it to the 1,000ths place. Right. See how I did that? So then we just have one decimal after our percent. That's a little bit confusing. I hope it doesn't make you crazy. The practice problems are exactly the way we did it, where we're taking mixed numbers and we're converting them into percents. Some of the fractions go easily to a percent, others require division. You don't have to write the answer in the fraction form, you can write it in the decimal form. I hope that makes sense. Yell to me through your mom's Messenger account if you're confused, okay? Thank you, bye.